What if I told you that one of the greatest football players in history almost lost his dream before it truly began? Today, Cristiano Ronaldo is known for breaking records, winning trophies, and inspiring millions around the world. But behind the goals, the celebrations, and the fame is a story filled with sacrifice, discipline, and moments that could have changed everything. In this documentary, we're going beyond the headlines. Instead of talking about the facts everyone already knows, we're going to explore some of the lesser-known but real stories that helped shape Cristiano Ronaldo into the player he is today. Let's begin at the very start. Most people simply know him as Cristiano Ronaldo, but his full name is Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos Aveiro. The name Ronaldo was chosen by his father because he admired former U.S. President Ronald Reagan. At the time, nobody could have imagined that this little boy would one day become one of the most famous athletes on earth. Ronaldo was born on the Portuguese island of Madeira. His family lived a very simple life and often struggled financially. Success was not something that came easily. Every step forward required hard work and sacrifice. Even as a young child, football was different for Ronaldo. It wasn't just a hobby, it was his biggest dream. While other children played for fun, he wanted to become the best. At the age of just 12, Ronaldo made one of the hardest decisions of his life. He left his family and moved hundreds of miles away to Lisbon so he could join Sporting CP's football academy. Imagine being only 12 years old, leaving your parents, your friends, and everything familiar behind. For most children, that would be terrifying, but Ronaldo believed that sometimes chasing a dream means stepping far outside your comfort zone. Life in Lisbon wasn't easy. He missed his family. He had to adapt to a completely new environment, and many people noticed that he spoke with a strong Madeiran accent. Some young players even laughed at the way he talked, but Ronaldo didn't waste time arguing or complaining. Instead, he focused on becoming better every single day. That mindset would become one of the biggest reasons for his future success. Then came one of the biggest scares of his young life. When Ronaldo was around 15 years old, doctors discovered that he had a heart condition that caused his heart to beat too fast. For a young football player, this could have been the end of everything. Fortunately, doctors treated the condition with a medical procedure, and after recovering, Ronaldo returned to training within days. If anything, the experience made another thing many fans don't know is how important his mother has been throughout his journey. Ronaldo has often said that his mother made enormous sacrifices to support him and his dream. He has spoken many times about how grateful he is for everything she did during those difficult years. As his football career continued to grow, one thing became obvious. After regular team training had finished, he often stayed behind to practice even more. While others were heading home, Ronaldo was still working on his shooting, dribbling, crossing, and finishing. He believed that every extra minute of practice could make a difference. That work ethic slowly separated him from everyone else. And this was only the beginning, because in the next stage of his journey, Ronaldo would transform himself into one of the hardest working athletes the world has ever seen. And some of the habits he developed might surprise you. As Ronaldo's career continued to grow, people started noticing something unusual. Yes, he was incredibly talented, but what truly separated him from everyone else wasn't just his ability. It was his obsession with improving every single day. Many players train hard. Ronaldo trains differently. Former teammates and coaches have often said that when regular training ended, Ronaldo was usually one of the last players to leave the training ground. While others were heading home, he stayed behind to practice free kicks, finishing, crossing, and shooting from different angles. Another thing that surprises many fans is how seriously he takes his physical condition. He doesn't simply work out when he feels like it. Fitness has become part of his lifestyle. His daily routine is carefully planned, from his training sessions to his meals and recovery time. Instead of relying on luck or natural talent, Ronaldo believes that success comes from discipline and consistency. Recovery is another area where he pays incredible attention. After intense training sessions or difficult matches, Ronaldo often uses ice baths to help his muscles recover faster. He also makes sure his body gets enough rest before returning to training again. But over many years, they have helped him stay at the highest level, while many other players struggled with injuries. Another interesting fact is that Ronaldo regularly monitors his physical condition. He pays close attention to things like body fat, muscle mass, and overall fitness. His goal has always been simple: keep his body in the best possible shape throughout the season. Speed has also been one of Ronaldo's biggest weapons, but many people don't realize that his speed wasn't built overnight. When he was younger, he spent extra time doing sprint drills and strength exercises to improve his acceleration and explosive power. Those extra training sessions helped turn him into one of the fastest and most dangerous attackers in football. Before every match, Ronaldo follows a routine that rarely changes. He prepares mentally, eats carefully, stays hydrated, hydrated, warms up properly, and focuses completely on the game ahead. Here's another fact that many people don't know. Ronaldo doesn't spend all of his practice time trying to score spectacular goals. He also works on simple things that many fans never notice, like passing accuracy, crossing, movement without the ball, and positioning. He understands that small improvements can make a huge difference over an entire season. One of the reasons Ronaldo has remained successful for so many years is that he never stops learning. Even after becoming one of the biggest stars in football, he continued listening to coaches, accepting advice, and looking for ways to improve. In fact, Ronaldo has often thanked the coaches who helped him during the early years of his career. He has never forgotten the people who believed in him before the world knew his name. But perhaps the most impressive part of Ronaldo's story isn't his speed, it isn't his strength, and it isn't even the number of goals he has scored. It's the mindset that keeps pushing him forward, even after winning almost everything there is to win. And that mindset becomes even more fascinating in the next chapter of his story. By this point in his career, Cristiano Ronaldo had already become one of the biggest names in football. But here's something that many people don't realize. The higher he climbed, the harder he worked. One habit that has impressed many coaches over the years is his willingness to study his own performances. After matches, Ronaldo doesn't only watch his best goals, he also watches the moments where he made mistakes. He studies missed chances, poor passes, movement without the ball, and positioning. Instead of avoiding criticism, he looks for ways to improve. That mindset has helped him stay at the highest level for many years. Another interesting fact is that Ronaldo pays close attention to recovery. That's why sleep, nutrition, and recovery have always been a major part of his daily routine. Here's another fact that surprises many people. Ronaldo has never been satisfied with simply being called talented. Throughout his career, he has said that talent means very little without discipline. His philosophy has always been simple. Work hard when nobody is watching, because the work you do in private is what people eventually notice in public. Another lesser-known fact is that Ronaldo is known for arriving at training fully prepared. He believes that professionalism begins long before stepping onto the pitch. Many young footballers have also spoken about the advice Ronaldo gives them. He encourages younger players to stay disciplined, respect their coaches, take care of their bodies, and never stop learning. For him, success isn't built in one season. It's built through thousands of small decisions made every single day. Another interesting fact is that Ronaldo has always believed in setting new goals. Even after winning major trophies and individual awards, he continued looking for new challenges instead of becoming comfortable. That constant desire to improve has been one of the biggest reasons behind his incredible longevity. His story proves that your starting point does not decide your future. Coming from a small island with limited resources didn't stop him. Being laughed at as a young player didn't stop him. A heart condition didn't stop him. Pressure didn't stop him. Failure didn't stop him. Every obstacle became another reason to work harder. And maybe that's the biggest lesson Cristiano Ronaldo teaches all of us. Dreams are important, but dreams alone are never enough. They need discipline. They need sacrifice. They need consistency. And above all, they need the courage to keep going when life becomes difficult. That is why Cristiano Ronaldo's journey is remembered not just because of the goals he scored, but because of the determination, resilience, and work ethic that turned a young boy from Madeira into one of the greatest football players the world has ever seen. And perhaps the most inspiring part of his story is this. No matter how many records he breaks, Ronaldo has never stopped believing that tomorrow is another opportunity to become even better than he was today.